Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet had a wonderful story that was filled with hole after hole after hole. Don't get me wrong, I think the whole concept and characters is incredible, and I was hooked on the Terrapagos lore until the very end. But they didn't really give us what we needed in order to feel like we had everything explained, or at least enough explained. And that wasn't just the mysteries of the past, but also the mysteries of the present that were left basically untouched. So hey, I'm not so a strainer, and that's when the Legends comes in. Let's get into it. This video is being released before the release of Pokémon Legends ZA, just in case you're watching this in the future. I say that because while I'm 99.9% sure that Legends games will always be in the past, I can't completely rule out the possibility of something different. If you are curious, by the way, here's my video explaining why I think ZA is also in the past. Check it out if you want. So, looking back, Pokémon Legends Arceus helped us understand how the Spear Pillar became the way it was, and also introduced a whole bunch of new lore we never even knew about, like it'll introduce the click to the like and subscribe button, for example. But yeah, that all happened because of time travel shenanigans. In Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet, we spent the whole game trying to find out what's going on in Area Zero and then what's going on with Terrapagos and Paradox Pokémon, only to eventually learn that it's all a multiverse plot that's been taken to the extreme by Professor Sada and Professor Turo, and that even we have a hand on it. Yes, even us, the main player, because we did trade the book with them in the Crystal Pool cutscene. However, there are a whole bunch of other mysteries, like the symbols on the ground and the mysterious plate, but those are mysteries that come from the older days, and telling you that we could easily find out the true meaning behind them by going to the past in the Pokémon Legends game wouldn't really be anything video-worthy. What I believe is very interesting and special about the Paldea region and its stories is how the things that happen in the present, the mysteries we saw but aren't really able to explain, can be explained by going to the past, which is weird, and what am I talking about? Well, Paldea has a few mysteries that I think are worth looking into, and I have tried throughout my videos in the past. For example, who writes for the Occulture? How did the Great Tusk or Iron Treads appear outside the Great Crater of Paldea when we never really saw any Paradox Pokémon outside? Where is the Professor's body? Why did Briar never come back after she leaves to meet her publisher? That one is on Game Freak, I know. Who gave Gita the Indigo Disc? And there are others, like where did the opposing professor go? They have to be somewhere, as they're mentioned in the logbooks in Area Zero. The game leaves a lot to be answered. We still are not sure about what Pokemon attacked Mabosstiff, and that is a very important question to answer. These are only a few of the quote-unquote modern mysteries of the Paldea region that at first glance, unless we get a sequel in the future, which we probably won't, are never going to be explained. But if you think about it just a little more, Terra Energy can be the answer for that, not in the future, but in the past. The Kitakami cutscene with the professor revealed that timelines are very fragile in the Pokemon world, becoming incredibly unstable when Terra Energy is used unchecked. You can see different things from worlds you've never even thought existed, places where Pokemon are made of metal or where Pokemon are primal and dangerous, pieces of history or messages from different timelines transported through this mysterious power connected to the cute turtle we call Terrapagos. And from how it happens and where it happens, it seems that you kinda only need to be in the presence of Terra Crystals. So, from what we've learned in Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet, we know that things can show up in different times of the same timeline, and they can also show up in different times or the same time on a different timeline. It's confusing, I know, but it makes sense because of the turtle. But that means that in a Legends game, we could actually see things happening that are not really from the time we are playing in. Even with it happening in the past, where all Legends games should happen, it would be the perfect scenario to introduce the answer to mysteries like the ones I described above. All of those things happened close to Terra Energy. The writer for the Occulture was collecting accounts of Paradox Pokémon, so it's fair to assume that they were also searching for them. The Paradox Titans had to come from somewhere with high levels of Terra Energy, and the way they came out of the crater had to be connected to it. Briar is obsessed with Terra Energy, and Heath was closely related to it as well, and everything the professors did was in contact with it. The same goes for the mystery surrounding the Indigo Disc and the Mabosstiff Attacker, a game in the past where we're solving a new mystery while also slowly being fed information about mysteries from the present would finally complete the broken wheel of lore from Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet. I could totally see it be something like the memories in Breath of the Wild or the tears in Tears of the Kingdom, a way to tell a story while telling another story. A perfect way to finish a game whose plot and characters clearly were given a lot more thought than we're used to. And that is all I have for you today. A Pokémon Legends Paldea could easily be the final piece of this Paldean puzzle. But what about you? Do you think we'll ever see these mysteries explained? Let me know in the comments down below. And now, like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon content and also ring the bell so you know when the next video is out. Also, you can become a channel member or check out my merch in order to further support the channel. I'd be forever thankful for that. You can follow me on social media or check out one of my streams here and on Twitch. All the links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.